Sat Nam, happy new moon in Virgo. It's here. It's now. Whew. Call on the light within and be who you are meant to be. This Virgo moon has a stellium. It means that it's got its arms linked with some of the biggest influences. Mercury, your communication. Venus, your love. Mars, your action. Trining with Uranus, which is about surprising you with the value of what it means to be you. Be you. There's nothing more important than that. In the Aquarian age, you are the one that brings through what we most need, what we most desire. You're the one you're waiting for, and you're the one your community is waiting for. This is the blessing of the new moon. The question is now, right? What to do about that? What do you do with it, right? What you do with that is you clean house and you make room. It's interesting. So the harvest and the spring are like building blocks. Both, we say spring cleaning, but there's a fall cleaning. Clean out again, because you are making room for a harvest. If you have clogged up during this year, get into your wallet, get into your purse, get into your office, get into your kitchen, clean some stuff out. Open up the mind and make space for the greatness of who you are. You're amazing. And sometimes we get so bogged down in, where do I have space to grow? Where can I be most me? And with Uranus and Taurus trining this big new moon on Saturday, and we're building towards it, it's about, maybe it's a surprise. Like for me, it's a surprise how much being a grandma and connecting to my daughter and her new business with Good Karma Juicery and being more available, you know? So there's something in what you are growing to be that can get you kind of stuck. So when you clean house in your physicality, you can clean house in your mind. So what I had to clean house in is, okay, you know what? In 2010 to 2013, 14-ish, I and my husband just brought in Kundalini Yoga. We brought it in. In the end, when we left the Solar Yoga, there was 2 classes of Kundalini. We had a day, and we were doing all these trainings. So sometimes I feel like I have to beat my drum. I don't have to beat my drum. I've trained so many people. We've got community. We've got cosmic flow. We got shield. Not that I trained all of them, but it's like Kundalini has grown and it is flourishing. So now Mahanra Singh and I can focus on like, what does Kundalini do for people like us and really relate to a community? This is where your cosmic readings with me really help, because this is how I really learned how to be me. I make more money now, less exposure necessarily, but more authenticity and love. And so it was my nodes with the Sag and Gemini that showed me like, hey, you need to be a living room, literally. You need to bring them in. And even though sometimes the living room gets really crowded, it's about relating to people who are moms and dads and workers. You know, my husband owns a carpet cleaning business. I've always worked really hard. I'm a grandma, like really, really relating to the householder and how to be great, how to be the Aquarian person. And this new moon, this Virgo's like, be who you are and you will flourish. But Virgo, you know, it needs some work. It needs clean house. It needs to be purified and be you. Virgin is not, I've never had sex. Virgin is independent. Virgin is beautiful. Virgin is, I am certain of who I am and where I belong in this world. Belong, sustain. These are magical times. This is my favorite time of the year. Not quite yet. I'm not an August person, I'll be honest. As we get into September, when that equinox comes and we start heading towards Samhain and the summer solstice, winter solstice, I come alive in the dark. As it gets darker, my being, the way I'm built, and I would love to help you in a cosmic reading, like really understand how are you built? When do you come into life? What season like juices you up? What don't you want to never miss? You know, there's some parts of the year where I'm like, I can kind of check out. And summer actually is one of them. Not because of summer vacation, because the heat and the light and that much intensity is not what works for my makeup, my cosmology. What works for you? Everybody's in this new moon. Everybody is getting hit with a big new moon because of the stellium, because of all the planets involved and that trine to Uranus. Let something speak to you that seems unusual, but earthy and prosperous and real. And let it be the gift you've been needing. And the biggest thing about Virgo, receive. Don't be an over-giver or an over-receiver, right? Receive. Receive what the universe and life and love is giving you. Receive it and grow it and harvest it. I love you so much. Come to Kundalini Yoga. Every Tuesday, I teach Women's Elevation. This Tuesday, every Tuesday, we make magic on the wisdom of this beautiful being who is Yogi Bhajan. Sat Nam.